everyone, this is Let's Speak English with me, Keres, the most natural and practical way of learning English. Today we are going to see telephone conversation on the phone. What you say and how you say it on the phone tells what kind of a person you are. It matters more than it does when you are speaking to someone face to face. كابتي face to face كذا كنا نعلي التليفون كذا كنا تيارة تنقع حتى. When you are speaking face to face, there are many things that can help you understand each other. Your gesture, the way you move your hands, your facial expression, all this can tell someone what you are saying or what you mean to say. So it's much easier. But on the phone, they don't see your face, they don't see any movement of your hands, and they don't even know who you are sometimes. So on telephone conversation, we need much more care. So what do? Let's start with these 3 advice. 1. Speak slowly and be patient. 2nd, stop other activities. When you are speaking on the phone, you have to stop the other activities. You don't have to speak on the phone when you are typing or when you are chatting with somebody else with sign language or when you are eating, because that affects the communication very much. 3rd, be a good listener. Don't speak before you are sure that the other person has finished. This being general advice, in telephone conversation we have some different language. There are phrases and sentences that we need to understand and then that we need to practice so that we can use them. Let's start with the following sentence. Let me give you some time to read them first. You are so difficult to get through to. I kept getting a busy signal. Is your phone out of order? My telephone was disconnected. We seem to have a bad connection on this phone. Would you care to leave a message? Let me get back to you in a few minutes. I would like to get telephone service. I would like to have a phone installed. I would like to have my phone disconnected. Sorry, I have another line. I'll call you back. How familiar are you with these lines? Let's see them one by one. You are so difficult to get through to. Get through to means to pass, to connect. So you are so difficult to get through to means it's not easy to get access to talk to you on the phone. Either this person is always busy, or he puts off his mobile, or he doesn't answer his mobile, so it tells you that he's busy. So it's difficult to get through to you. 2nd, I kept getting a busy signal. Busy signal means the sign that the phone gives you that the other line is busy. Keep getting, I kept getting. Keep getting means, or keep is used to show continuity. Keep getting repeatedly means not just once. Keep plus verb ing shows that some action was continuous or some action was taking place repeatedly. Let's see these examples. Although he was hurt, he kept playing. The father was telling the child to keep quiet, but the child kept talking. The child kept talking means he continued talking, he didn't stop. So I kept getting a busy signal means the person is telling us that he has been calling repeatedly. Every time he called, the phone was giving him a busy signal. Next, is your phone out of order? This is very clear, I think. Is your phone not working, or is it broken? 4. My telephone was disconnected. The connection was cut off. The telephone was disconnected, so it was not at service. We seem to have a bad connection on this phone. Not easy to communicate using that particular phone. Would you care to leave a message? We use this if somebody calls and asks us for someone and if the person needed is not around, not in office or not at home, then we ask the other person if he wants to leave any message to the person who is not around. Do you want to leave a message so I pass it for you? We can say. Next, let me get back to you in a few minutes. Let me get back to you in a few minutes. We use this when we are speaking to someone and then we have some other thing to do in the meanwhile. ساعات سبب الذات هنا قال عنك فاتقريبنا ويقال خالص في الأبراد فتينو نوع كويسنا حال نقصر ما تمريش نحن نقول معنا نحن برنامج. Let me get back to you in a few minutes. Now I have something to do. In a few minutes I'll call you or I'll talk to you again. Next, sorry, I have another line. I'll call you back. This is very similar. When we see them in dialogues, it will be much easier. The next three lines are kind of statements that we make when we are talking to the company, asking for service or asking for some help or some support from the company, from the telephone company. I would like to get telephone service, or I would like to have a phone installed when we want to install a new telephone to our house. I would like to have my phone disconnected. Disconnected. Stop. If you are leaving that place and if you don't need the phone anymore, then you ask the company to disconnect it. Dialogue 1. Yesterday Sammy called twice. He wanted to talk to you. Why didn't you call me then? I tried to get a hold of you, but I couldn't get through. What time did you call? I tried all night. You're difficult to get through too. Then I can't understand why you couldn't get through. I don't know. I kept getting a busy signal. Yes. Now I remember. I was on a long distance business call. We talked until the phone heated. And then my sister called. We talked really long. Dialogue 2. Here, Fanan, the secretary of Sham Books Production, is answering the phone of a customer. The customer, Mr. Smith, wants to talk to Mr. Jonathan, the manager of the company. How does she handle the customer when the manager is not available? Hello, may I speak to Mr. Jonathan, please? Sorry, he just left. When do you expect him back? I'm sorry, but he has gone for the day. Would you care to leave a message? Yes. Could you tell him that Sammy called and have him called back tomorrow? Sure. May I have your phone number? I think he has my number. Okay. Thanks, Mr. Sammy. I'll tell him you called. Thanks. Have a good day. Same to you, Mr. Sammy. Dialogue 3. A customer, Mr. Fred, is calling customer service, asking for service. C is for customer, CS for customer service. I'd like to have a phone installed, please. Just a minute. Let me get you through to the installation department. Okay. Customer service, how can I help you? I'd like to have a new line installed. May I have your name and address, please? Sure. My name is Thomas Johnson. My address is Entebbe Road. May I have your date of birth and your ID number, please? Sure. My date of birth is January 11, 1990. My ID number is... I'd like to have your status too, if you don't mind. What is that? Are you a citizen, a foreigner, or a refugee? Oh yeah, I understand. Is that important? It is, I'm afraid. I'm a foreigner. Thank you very much. The earliest day for connection is in 2 weeks. Is that okay? Well, that's fine. Thanks. Thank you very much, Mr. Johnson. Have a nice day. Let's see some grammar points here. Let's compare the following two sentences. 1. I would like to install a new line. 2. I would like to have a new line installed. Can you see the difference? In number 1, the speaker wants to install the line himself. He wants to do the action himself. But in the second one, I would like to have a new line installed. He wants someone to do the job for him, either by paying him or by asking him in whatever way. In the first case, he does the action himself. In the second, he's asking another person to do it for him. You can see some more examples. Okay, my father washed his car. He washed it himself. My father had his car washed. He paid someone, or he asked someone to wash the car for him. So when you have it done by another person, the other pair of sentences, I'll write my CV. I will have my CV written. I'll write my CV. I will do it myself. I'll write it myself. I'll have my CV written. I will pay someone to write the CV for me. Or I'll ask someone to write the CV for me. Well, this is a grammar point related to the last statements in the dialogue. Try to read and practice the dialogues, and that's all for today. Like, subscribe, share, and comment. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.